Hello, Zoe. Grandpa here. I'm addressing you as well as the rest of the guests and campers and whatnot, but you in particular because we appreciated the video that you prepared recently, and I thought I would respond by sending you a video of what's going on here at Brown's Corner. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to show you is about a Christmas present. And, well, you've seen pictures of this new window seat that I made recently, and I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's a nice piece of furniture. But inside this window seat, which was conceived to eliminate clutter and whatnot, so if it's a little bit of a mess in there, I don't expect anybody to be on my case, because actually this is my space. But I wanted to show you a Christmas present from my mommy from over 50 years ago, and I'm pretty happy about this. My mommy made these socks for me. She knitted them. I believe they're made out of wool, and they're so heavy that they didn't fit into shoes very well, but I used to wear them in the evening to keep my feet warm, sort of like slippers. Well, they wore out. The bottoms wore out, and I'm showing you here that grid work there. That's what's called darning. I darned the hole in my socks. And in recent years, I haven't worn these very often at all because I didn't want to wear them out. And the holes recurred, and so I darned them again, and then I put leather bottoms on them so that they become sort of like, I think you call them mucklocks. But now with the leather bottoms, I don't have to worry about wearing out my socks. So it's kind of like a Christmas present from 50 years ago. That's the way I see it. So there you have it. Okay, now I'm going to start the tour of new things here at Brown's Corner that you might be interested in, because I know you haven't seen them. First new thing is this shelf. In fact, I just put that up last night. We had kind of a clutter on the sill of the borrowed light looking through from the kitchen, and to improve the state of clutter and get stuff off of our windowsill and stuff like that, I built this shelf yesterday, and Anna helped me put it up, and there it is. So, also quite new, of course, you've seen pictures of this this piece of furniture, which is quite new, and you've seen pictures of Nana's shoe cabinet. But in the course of working on Nana's shoe cabinet out in the greenhouse, I took one of the rugs which was out in the greenhouse and I put it in here by our bed. And Nana decided she really liked getting out of bed onto a rug. So for Christmas, I bought her a rug. And believe it or not, I got it from Amazon at a very, very good price. It's 100% wool, hand-tied, made in India, and very good price. So while I was shopping for that, I also discovered this here other rug so that I can get out of my bed onto a rug too. But I wasn't sure what color rug Nana might really want, so I figured if she didn't like this one, I'd give her a choice, and I could always return the one that we didn't want. So this was one of the other choices, and we've discovered that we kind of like having a rug at the foot of the stairs too, so if somebody falls down the stairs, they won't bash their head on the floor. But I did actually get one more rug to give Nana a choice of 3. So now we have a rug in the wine cellar. And I think I posted this on the Blab, but the wine rack in the wine cellar, actually it used to be Nana's shoe rack, but as Uncle Chris spotted, I added these strips here to keep the bottles from falling out sideways. So the wine cellar is pretty surprisingly organized, much better than it once was. Okay, so next things to show you are in the kitchen. In the kitchen, I had an interesting experience. I was going to fix Nana some tea, and she told me what kind she wanted, and I asked her where I would find that particular kind of tea, and she said in the box in the sideboard. And I thought she meant like here or here, but actually no, she meant like down there. So what I discovered while I was looking for that that tea, I discovered, boy, we have a lot of chaos here in the sideboard spice rack and such. So I came up with the idea of making these cubbies so that we could put things in vertically instead of stacking them on top of each other on the bottom. So that was the first improvement here. And then the second one was a tea cabinet for Nana to hold all different kinds of tea, so she can see what she has, and it's all right there on display, and it's convenient to her teapot and her tea kettle. And then while I was doing that, I got a little carried away. We got this this kind of coaster thing in Giverny, Monet's home, and Nana treasures it, but it didn't have a frame, so I made a frame for that, and I'm not going to turn it up, but I put styrofoam under the bottom so that when she puts her hot teapots on there, they stay warm longer. So that's probably most of what. Let me wander around here. Look at that. Look at who's visiting us right now. Oh yes, here in the greenhouse. So you know about the orchid tree. You've all seen that, I think. But the problem was that I'm holding this camera at my eye level. Nana couldn't reach or see to water the plants on the top shelf. So I built her a little ladder with a flipping shelf that she can put her watering can on and stuff like that. And it seems to help a lot, so that now she can tend her orchids more readily. And here we are. This is the lemon tree, and you can see right here there's a lemon right there. It's green, it's small, but based upon last season's results, we expect it to get big. Here's a couple of more really small ones, but the lemon tree is thriving. So also here in the greenhouse, you can see the impatiens plants in that hanging pot. I grew those from seeds. I'm pretty proud of that. And these impatiens down there, and also these petunias up here in that hanging pot, also grown from seed. I think it makes the greenhouse much more cheerful, and especially since we're not having visitors, we need stuff to cheer us up. So here in the greenhouse, of course, is Larry and John's home. There's John. Easy to remember, he's the big one, Big John. And there's Larry over there. And the landscaping in their quarters is coming along well, I think. And they're doing very well. They eat anything, vegetables. Nana throws carrot peels in there, bits of tomato, apple core, and if there's nothing fresh from the kitchen available, I just come out here to the greenhouse and I pick a few weeds out of the planters, and I drop the weeds in there and the turtles eat them very happily. So, oh yes, with that, now I'm seeing something. Nana likes these African baskets, and for Christmas I was able to hook up with a lady, Nako Yonike Bedu, and I forget what the fourth name is. She's from Ghana. She lives southwest of London in the United Kingdom. And first I got this one, which has become our laundry basket, replacing a crummy plastic thing that we used to have. And I liked it so much, I contacted her and asked her if we could get others, and had a very fun email exchange with her. And these baskets, this one here, and I'm going to show you a couple more, were actually made in Ghana at my request with the colors that I asked for, and shipped to here. So there's another one. Okay, in the shadow I think you can see the color better. But up here, by the way, this little plant is now growing up past the floor of Nana's office. I don't know how far it's going to go, but so up here in Nana's office, or Nana's crochet center, or whatever you might want to call it, there's another one of those African baskets. And so you've seen three. There's a couple more. Oh, yes. Over here in the west bedroom, there's one of them. And this one is from an earlier procurement. I think we got this in Savannah. Not sure. But Nana likes these baskets because they let her keep her yarn all organized. And of course the one has become our laundry basket.
There's not one in here.
Okay, there's not one in here. Oh, this is the project. I'm making a camo jacket for Auntie Samantha, just like the one that Ellie and I made. It's coming along pretty well. here it is. I'll probably be working on it later today. Here it is with the arms attached and the sleeve cuffs attached. Got to attach the waistband next. So that's about the end of my tour, and I hope you are doing well, and hope we'll be able to see you before too long. Love you.